It's the Midnight Trucking Radio Network. Eric Carlick here, and we're at Mid-America 2010. The Mid-America Trucking Show, Louisville, Kentucky. Joining us right now from Love's, Dan Jensen. Dan, how are you?
Doing great, doing great.
Beside you is Jason Coaches. You guys have a great working relationship from Michelin. Jason, how are you?
I'm doing great, Eric. How you doing?
Hey, welcome. Let's talk about, first of all, the truck tire care locations you guys have there at Love's. How many locations do you have now, Dan?
We're at 66 today. I think when we talked back at GATS, we were at 34. So in those couple months, we've moved it to 66.
Wow, incredible! You guys, in fact, I remember talking to Frank not too long ago, just a few weeks ago, and we were looking at this, from a one-year perspective. Very, very busy year for you guys, 2009, and 2010 isn't slowing down any.
No, that's right. We'll be over 100 locations by Christmas.
Wow, this is incredible. Tell us what goes into the training. I mean, this kind of expansion, you don't just build the facilities and the infrastructure for it. There's also a lot of training with your staff. What all goes into that?
Well, we before we open, we have a pretty significant hands-on training. We've had some state-of-the-art trailers built that are one of a kind. Gives them all the different types of wheel ends that they can use, and we also send all of our technicians through TIA certification.
Yeah, and you want to make sure that these guys, these technicians that are working are highly trained, and there's something to that. It's not just about doing the job right, but that relates to the customer directly. Why is that important?
Well, we want to educate our drivers. We want to, we want them to understand what's causing their tire wear, and and how they can prevent that and get more life out of their tires.
Yeah. Jason, tell us more about the relationship that you guys at Michelin have with Love's and what that has meant here in this last year, and of course, as we continue to expand at Love's with Michelin.
Well, Eric, Love's has become really the cornerstone of our Travel Plaza program.
Yeah.
With their growth, it's just unprecedented. And when we looked at this, 2 years ago,
right,
and looked on paper, and they said, we're gonna build this many locations, and this year, next year.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard. You look at it and you think, wow, it's pretty heavy expectations.
Right.
And they've definitely exceeded our expectations by far. I mean, they're now our second largest commercial center location of any type, dealer, travel plaza, whatnot.
Yeah.
So again, the fleets have had nothing but good things to say.
Yeah.
Now that they can get the tires it loves, and again, we couldn't be happier with the relationship and what they've meant to us. So
yeah,
it's been great.
And of course, we've learned here at Mid-America and spoke with Don Baldwin yesterday about the new offerings from Michelin.
Right.
And so you guys have been busy in your own right with the development of those new products. But certainly that has to this whole rollout with Love's and this expansion with Love's and this relationship has to be a part of that offering, making sure that those customers have access to those new products.
Absolutely, the X1 XDA Energy, which is what Don pretty much talked about yesterday. We launched it yesterday, and absolutely that tire will be available at all the Love's locations, at the 66 locations today, and by the end of the year, the 100 and some locations that they'll have, those key products will be available through Love's.
Yeah, it's interesting as you look at this, and Dan, what has this relationship been like to have such a strong brand like Michelin to be a part of this rollout and expansion as far as the offerings to your customers?
Oh, it's been great. We to have that name behind us and to have that partnership has really given us the ability to grow like we have.
Yeah, you guys have focused on the drivers for years, trying to cater to the drivers for every specific need. Obviously, this is no different. You guys are really working also to decrease the downtime here for drivers. That's crucial. Right now, if you've got any freight, you certainly want to be rolling. So how do you guys do that?
Well, we've streamlined our offerings. When a driver pulls into Love's to get a tire done, he's not going to have to wait behind 2 or 3 guys getting an oil change, and our focus is tires. We're going to get them in, get them out, time's money, and we understand that, and we want to keep the drivers rolling.
Yeah, and of course Michelin offers some great services, and you want to make sure that these national account services are maintained. You're taking care of the customers on that level. Tell us what we should expect and what goes into that.
Well, we handle the national accounts just like any other dealer. I mean, driver pulls in, we call the fleet, get authorization to do the work, and call them back and let them know when it's completed, and get them on the road. We'll do it all over the telephone on a road service call, so the driver doesn't have to follow us back to the location to sign papers. We get all that done on the road and just get them rolling.
And Jason, we've said this before, I think it bears repeating. Love's is the largest Michelin truck tire care service center on the road.
Right.
This kind of relationship involves a lot of trust, but we're talking about two strong brands here with the trucking industry. You guys knew going into it that this was the deal, and you trust, obviously, that they're out there serving their customers with your brands, and they, of course, trust that your product is going to be there for them. Pretty strong relationship when you put the two together.
Absolutely, Eric. And again, I talk about the expectations and just Love's exceeding everything we could have ever expected.
Yeah.
And going into next year, even Dan, you might talk about it a little bit. I mean, where do we plan on being next year? 100 and
We'll probably be around that 120 mark by the end of, things will slow down a little bit after next year. We are somewhat limited in our travel stops and locations that we're able to put these tire shops in, because we also understand we want to offer this service of the tire shops, but we still need to have parking available for the drivers. So we're trying to, not take too many parking spots.
And Dan, it also bears repeating that Love's is the second largest Michelin truck tire dealer nationwide. That's pretty huge. Keeps you guys busy. This expansion, Dan, is again something that's I think good for the industry, and making sure the drivers always have that service, have that option available. But good for you guys as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we want to offer that one-stop shopping for the driver, and we've got them on the lot. Let's go ahead and take care of their tire needs too. That way, they don't have to pack up and head somewhere else to get that done.
Right.
We're nationwide at this point. We're from Pennsylvania to Oregon. We can pretty much cover their needs just about everywhere at this point, and we're going to be larger. So
just amazing to see this roll out. Jason, I'll tell you, I'm just amazed every time I see it, and how far this partnership has come. But again, it's so encouraging because of what it means to the industry. Just making sure with everything we've got going on right now, we know that this ramp up is coming economically, and the drivers are going to be able to get those great Michelin products, from a great business partner at Love's.
And again, that's probably the thing I hear the most when I visit fleets is, where can we get your tires? That's the biggest complaint we get, is where can we get the tires? And now we can answer that question very easily on the road. And I want to commend Love's as well. We talked about the TIA training. I had a driver track me down, give me a call just a couple weeks ago, and he called me to tell me how great the service. He went and had some tires put on at Love's, had some Michelin tires put on at Love's, and he had to call me to commend me on how professional they were, and just what a great job they did. And that was great to hear. So I mean, they're doing a great job, and again, we just couldn't be happier.
And Dan, we know that runs throughout the company. We've heard that unsolicitedly from drivers, from your customers, and that's obviously a mission statement. No matter how much you expand, right?
Right. Yeah. I mean, it's we're if we can't do it right, we don't want to do it. I mean, it's the only way to do it is do it right.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much, guys. We do appreciate it. Dan Jensen, Jason Coach, it's great to talk to you both. We'll talk to you again soon.
Eric, I just wanted to mention if anyone needs to reach us for tire service, we have a toll-free number, no fee, at 1-800-OK-LOVES.
Yeah, absolutely. Jason, thank you so much.
Thank you, Eric.
We do appreciate it.
All right.